Are you ready for the Lowblows Network? It's the show where you control what's on the agenda. Ask us anything and we're blood-bound to answer. Starring Rick Nash, Corporate King, and the Queen of Irish Wrestling, Katey Harvey. It's Ask Lowblows.
So last time out on Ask Lowblows, you may remember at the start of the show we asked for you to send in life advice questions. Because, like, you know, we have all varying, you know, we've lived very different lives, but, like, I think we all offer a lot in very different ways, and I think it'd be funny. We actually had people send in some, so we're going to get to that as the show goes on. What I wasn't expecting, I knew people would rip the piss with this, but what I wasn't expecting was people to send in life advice for us. And that makes me extremely nervous, because I would not ask for that, because it's like, Rick, your haircut looks shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that. Like, I'm a sensitive soul. But fortunately it was nice. So I'm going to read out some stuff, guys. By the way, if you do want to send in life advice, all you have to do, you can DM me. My DMs are public. You can DM Lowblows, same deal. It'll stay completely anonymous. I won't even tell the guys here who's sending what, so it'll stay anonymous. So we got 2 bits of advice in for us. One said, don't get face or neck tattoos in your late teens, early 20s. It may seem like a great idea, but you are severely limiting your job opportunities, even though people hiring won't directly admit it.
Oh, man, don't say that. Can we edit that out? Because I really want Nicola to get like a new MAGA tattoo. I think it'd be so funny. And she's like, no, I don't want it. So she's already discouraged from the idea, but I think it'd be great if she did. So can we just like not mention that?
We got another one. I hope you haven't advised Nicola to do this, though. Who knows?
I thought you meant a picture of a MAGA.
No, it's in like
As in the one on her face.
I think MAGA's actual tattoo.
I thought you meant like a little portrait of a MAGA on her neck, and I was like, that's so specific.
No, I mean like an actual like face, like Samoan tattoo.
An 8x10, like.
Yeah.
Signed. Where'd you get the autograph? That's so weird. Someone else got on and said, here's some advice. Put a pinch of sage in your boots, and all day long, a spicy scent is your reward. There you go. Thanks, guys, for the unsolicited advice. We're the advisors here, guys. We are presenting the show that you completely control. Ask us literally anything. Life, wrestling, Game of Thrones is coming back. Marvel is back. Katey, a huge Avengers and Marvel fan. So, guys, ask us literally anything, and we are blood bound to answer. We got loads in. I think we had a full slate of questions within 20 minutes of putting up a tweet last night. So we had to edit a few out just to kind of, you know, not be here all night, but we got some great questions in. We tried to get everyone who said, if you sent in 2 questions, we maybe had to edit 1. Maybe that's a rule. We'll have to make one question per person. But then other weeks you can ask a second question, because that doesn't happen every week. Dave Bandana, talk nerdy to me, got involved and come straight out of the bat, waving his anonymity, immediately said, #life advice, why does summer zoom by and winter drag on for ages?
Because there's an extra month.
No, each season is 3 months.
I disagree with that. People say August is autumn. August is summer.
Yeah.
If August isn't summer, why is there summer holidays in August, and why is there Summer Slam in August? August is summer.
But if there's an extra month, that'd go by longer.
Wait, what do you say?
Winter drags on for ages.
Oh, shit.
Summer zooms by.
Have you ever looked into seasonal affective disorder?
Yes.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's like where it takes, like, when the mornings are getting darker, it takes longer to wake up, your mood is, like, lower because of that. I think it could be something to do with that. Plus, we tend to be busier in summer, so when you're busier, time flies because you're processing more information, so that's why time literally does feel like it's flying, whereas if you're sitting at home, like, binging Netflix, time is going to go a lot slower in winter. I think that's it for me. Do you find it?
No, I love winter. I find it flies by because of Christmas and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it goes by way quicker.
And like I work all through Christmas in my job. I don't get 2 weeks off or anything.
Right.
So like it just flies by for me.
Yeah, but you work in a gym. That must be like the easiest time of the year, is it?
No, January.
January, I suppose.
January, February is like
keep you in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. I get what you're saying there. Dave. I empathise with you, and I'm just trying to like be a good advisor so people send in more. But yeah, I agree. Mr. Linda Block, John Kelly got on and asked, who has the best ring gear in the Irish wrestling scene today?
Phil Nelson, maybe? I think his...
What's Phil Nelson's?
His little Big Show type singlet thing.
Tarzan thing, is it? Is it leopard print?
Yeah, I think that's slick.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
didn't want to give like a normal answer.
It's a straight question, straight answer. Yeah.
I just want to think something different.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like so many of the lads just wear trunks. Like that is a good show. Dan
Barry as well would be another one.
Justy's got original gear.
Yeah, I like Justy's.
Yeah, it's clever. It's different.
Yeah, I have never really thought about this too much.
You got new. Well, like.
I like when people want to get new gear for big shows. I pop for that. Like
the Kings, you have
Kings
to bring up
do
the
great
Kings.
gear. Yeah,
like nearly every show they've new gear.
Do you know
the Freddy Krueger gear I love.
Yes.
Billy Bedlam always has weirdly like well designed gear. Like it's really like that's I think vicious wrestling gear, does it? Tony's jacket. That has to count. Like
yes.
You know who's an excellent ring gear designer? Matt Schuyler.
No way.
What?
Designs all Ravens as far as I know, and like he showed me a couple of his sketches and ideas and stuff.
Nice.
Deadly.
I love that. That's something that like there's a whole podcast and that coming soon to the Lowblows network where it's like wrestlers' hidden talents, because wrestlers are all like naturally creative. So like they so many of them have little talents like that we just know nothing about. Like I find that stuff fascinating. Was it Scotty got new gear for the Scrapper Mania?
Martina did. She got green leopard print.
Yes.
I really like that.
I think Martina's gear is great. We're just used to it. But it fits the character so well. Like it just immediately tells you what you're getting, and it translates like wherever you go as well. Leopard print tends to be skangery in every country, like so. It works. So yeah, there we go. He also asked, Total Divas ratings are in the toilet. The network has asked you to do a dark, gritty reboot. What divas do you cast, and what are some storylines for season 1? So, what, like, a dark, gritty reboot of Total Divas? Like, I get all the old divas, like... put, like, Sunny on there. She's getting arrested every week, like...
I was going to say...
That'd be like, do you remember Legends House?
Yeah.
Where it was like, let's watch these people where it's like, they're at very sad stages of their life, but let's make them happy. And it was nice. That's what I'd do. Put them on the house.
I'd get Tamina, right? And just Tamina, no one else. So it's like just Tamina doing like day-to-day things, but then out of nowhere, you know the lad who introduces Coronation Street on UTV?
Julian.
No, on UTV. He comes in, he kills her family.
DJ Barlow, she's got herself in a little tizzy.
Yeah, so he comes in, he kills her family, and then she has to like deal with
that. A lot
that.
of murder in her life.
And then... Yeah, that's it. That's just the idea of that.
Anything that could top Julian from UTV killing Tamina's family.
Well, just because I was watching a lot of Game of Thrones lately, I'm thinking like, I don't know, bit of like Red Wedding on 205 Live or something. Like, just you know, some grittier storylines, maybe a few stabbings, poisonings, maybe a little bit of incest. Who knows?
Oh God.
Vince McMahon's up for that. That's been covered before, like, so yeah, you can tell him on that. Own_Davis1 got on and asked, what Mania rumored to be a 17-match, 8-hour-long show? What is our official Lowblows endorsed piss break match?
I want to say Ronda versus Becky versus Charlotte to see her reaction. I woke up first thing this morning, I checked Twitter, I was like,
6
what?
a.m. I was up.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It was an early morning.
Yeah, no, same. But I would say anything to do with Baron Corbin. Genuinely, that's awful.
Really, you'd risk her Angle's last match to not watch
It's
it?
Baron Corbin. He's the most boring fuck of a wrestler I've ever seen. I don't care. I hate Baron Corbin.
Asuka is in, and this isn't LOL, the women are the piss break, but there's a fatal 4-way for the #1 contendership. I'm genuinely struggling to think of other women on the SmackDown roster.
Who's in it?
I can't remember.
Oh.
Mandy and Sonya. None of those matches fill me with confidence.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting there's another belt.
Yeah, this is it. So there we go. If we forget there's a belt that people are fighting for.
There's a much bigger difference between like the Raw Women's and SmackDown Women's than like the Universal and WWE World title. Like the SmackDown Women's title really is like...
Well, the people challenging for the Raw divisions are the people the SmackDown Women's division has been about for the past year.
Yeah,
like, so they really just screwed them there. Like,
I might go for a quick wee during Triple H's entrance because it's always really long.
Episode's really cool though.
But then you might miss the start of Dave Batista's entrance. You're going to want to see all that. You might miss him doing the machine gun for the last time.
There's no Undertaker entrance for me to...
Oh yeah. There's an Orton one.
He's one of my favourites.
But like the entrance is always like long.
Something you might wear a new hoodie.
Yeah, you can see that and then go, and then 10 minutes later you'll still be walking.
Lads,
Like,
there's no Undertaker match. That's mad.
Yeah, it
I didn't even
is.
think of that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm cool with that though. But like,
Yeah.
that's mad.
yeah, like I hope they do something for him, like sometime.
I'd love another like 30-second squash. Like what I did with John Cena was gas. I'd love to see that again.
Who are the hosts and all that? Well, no, you've got Alexis, the host.
Yeah.
You've got Braun doing a thing with Michael. I'm just saying, like, could they get Undertaker to do a cameo somewhere?
Have him kill Alexa Bliss. That'd be gas.
Just tombstone
What?
her.
Why?
This would be funny.
Just the randomness of it all.
Like, well, what? Yeah, I mean, just
Nia Jax. Like, if you're gonna do it,
Oh.
if you're gonna do the intergender, like that'd be something that people would
Give
actually
her
be into.
the only ever Undertaker intergender match.
that'd be dead, you
Like
know.
she's just like she's rumored to be. There's rumored to be a 4-way women's tag match. Did you see this?
Yeah.
It's Bailey and Sasha, the Iconics, Natalia and Beth Phoenix, and Nia and Tamina is the rumored match. So like Nia's just pissed off after she lost the match. She just decimates, starts like throwing the ring, and then it just goes dark, and Undertaker comes out
Hell,
like
that would be
Kane
the best.
used to with Pete Rose, and every year he tombstones Nia. I'd be up for that. That's nothing to do with piss breaks, but that's what you get here on Lowblows. Alan Dare got on and asked, will you ever see the Floodgate match in other promotions? OTT, Fight Factory?
OTT wouldn't touch you with a fucking 20-foot pole.
No, do you know what they do? They do it, but they'd market it as their own idea. They're like the Gate Flood match.
Well, I mean, if they want, they can. I'm entertained by it.
They totally will. And
We
they'll-
want it.
I was gonna say, if Fight Factory are mad enough to do it, then go for it. I mean, my idea, like, if people want to do it, great, and if they don't, that's great too, because you know it both works for me.
If only the Fight Factory general manager was somewhere around.
I know. Oh, but
Can
anyone,
make this happen at some stage.
I've trademarked this, so anyone who wants to put it on has to give me a tube of Pringles. That's the rule. That's the only rule.
I
And
will
the big one.
literally get one for you now.
Not the little bitch ones, the proper one. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
get you.
Full size.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll get you two.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
That's really,
So you're
yeah,
set
go for it.
But don't get sick, because you remember you got sick at the Fight Factory show before?
Yeah, top of that, yeah. That's
I'll
fine.
give them to you, one at the show and one on the Lowblows the week
Yeah,
after,
that's
all right?
fine.
For your own good. Yeah, I reckon you will. I reckon there's a good show of that. We also had, sorry, I'm looking for this question where we're talking about Irish wrestling. El Flaco Blanco got on and he said, have you heard any word on what happened to PWU? Heard rumours they went under. It would be a real shame if they have.
Yeah, basically what happened was at the Blitz, they had a match, and if you don't understand the rules of the Blitz, it's like it's a Royal Rumble, 20 people, but then like the last two is pin or submission, and the Blitz, this like most recent one at the end of 2018, they basically decided that it was so good that there was no coming back from it, because like they peaked, and it was like season finale. It was so perfect.
You know they had a show a month later.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Nathan Byrne won the championship.
Marty Jones was
Oh, that ruins my my little rant. I guess they're just dead. I don't know. It's like
They have a show in May, don't they? The
No.
Comic-Con.
No.
Is that gone now?
That's gone.
That's
the other Nordy school.
Oh, right. Jeez.
I'm going to be honest, because a few people have asked me. I have no idea what's going on with PWU.
Yeah, no one
I
really
haven't
does.
spoken to the promoters since New Year's Eve. And usually I would be in the loop, because I've been on like all their shows for the last 4 years. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, hopefully look all is well there. And I really like the PWU vibe, so I hope it's just a break. I hope it's a hiatus. Remember as well, like if we're going to talk about this on Twitter and stuff like that, you know, there's people's lives and stuff involved. Like we don't know, so like we don't know. We genuinely don't know.
Like
So,
there's I've seen a few people proclaiming like, oh, you know, it's gone, it's past,
Yeah.
it's done. That's not fair to say, because like no one involved has been told that.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fair to speculate that it's gone.
yeah, exactly. I know. I presume we will know at some stage. We'll give you the deets when we do, but we don't, unfortunately, yet. Hendo the Great gets on and asks, this could make for interesting discussion. Only one of these can happen, but which do you pick? Becky wins this year's Mania main event, or Jordan gets the main event at future Mania? So Becky doesn't win if Jordan gets to. Charlotte wins.
Jordan gets a main event.
Yeah, but Becky is in the main event.
Yeah, but that's two people getting big WrestleMania moments instead of one.
Diplomatic. I see what you're doing there. But then Becky loses and Charlotte wins, and then it's kind of ruined forever. It's like, fucking Charlotte.
But one thing I do love in wrestling, and this would be like an okay consolation, I love shocks in wrestling. I love the, you know, reaction. And I think anything other than a Becky win would get that what reaction, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it'd be good, it wouldn't, but like I'm just thinking like Devlin will get a main event then, and that'd be really fucking cool. Because Becky would still be a star, whereas I don't know. It's. I'll probably change my mind on this again in 30 seconds, but I'll probably go with Devlin main eventing.
I think I'd go for Becky winning because like I'm so invested in that now, and I think Jordan probably will be on a WrestleMania. But
Will he
like,
main event though?
But that alone is great. Like you know, what I
But
mean?
will he main event? That's like that's the pinnacle.
Jordan being on a Mania alone would be fantastic, and that'd be enough for me. And then it's like we had Becky winning because that's got potential to be like the greatest Irish wrestling moment of all time. Becky winning the main event in a historic main event, the first ever women's main event.
What if Jordan Devlin beats Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania 40?
I still think Becky's cooler. I think that's bigger, and like that's like if Jordan wins, he win. Like that's cool for us, but it's another WrestleMania main event. Becky is a historic one, and Ireland gets to do it. Like Ireland gets to say we had the winner of the first ever. In this.
And you're really talking me out. Like this is what I mean. It's
difficult.
My
it's
mind could be
question.
changed so easy. Like and even when you think about it, you know.
I know, I was dead set until you said that. I'm like, yeah, of course they both get a main event.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, because I hear that as well, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't want this taken away. I don't want
Imagine how funny the outrage would be if Becky lost, though.
Yeah.
That would be really funny.
Like, yeah.
So, like, it's really difficult to make a decision. Like, again, I can give you my decision, but what's the point? I'm just going to change it in like 30 seconds.
This is true. So this could run and run. Chris Jack 85 got on and asked, what one trope from professional wrestling would you like to introduce to your day job? E.g. having your entrance music blaring out whenever you enter the office. Great question.
That's an easy one. I would love a manager. I think having a manager would be so slick. Like imagine you're about to get a really shit grade in college, and then your manager comes in and he's like, my client's been here every seminar since day one, since he walked into this building. You know, you've had something against him, and he just, you know, he hypes you up and then convinces your lecturer to give you a better grade. I think that'd be slick.
That'd be really funny in college, like, because it's just like, if it's a heel manager as well, it's like the lecturer turns his back and he just slaps your enemy in the head. That'd be class. Yeah, I'd agree with that. What trope would you like in your day job?
So I manage like a team of 7, and like sometimes they don't get on with each other and they argue and they fight, and I have to be the diplomatic mediator and sit them down. When to be honest, I just want to get them both in the office and turn it into a contract signing for a ladder match to settle their differences, and then I just fire the person that loses. That would honestly that would be perfect for me.
And would you demand they flip the table but then make them clean up the table they flipped?
Absolutely.
There's only one way to do that.
You know what else I'd love? I forgot to mention. I'd love to be able to like burst into every lecture room that I go into, or every lecture or seminar or whatever, and just go, come on! You can't really do that anywhere. It looks weird. When you do it in wrestling, it's cool. So I'd love to do that.
I love like a personalised, like I'd love Jose Idol to be my ring introduction. It's just like, and now entering the workplace, it is Regan. That'd be fucking amazing. I'll be all about that. Every room I go into, like if I'm going to the bathroom, he has to go in and announce it. Irish Slam T's got on and asked, I'm going to my first WrestleMania weekend. What should I avoid? What's a must see? Also, alright, we'll get to the second one. Right, WrestleMania. I've never been.
I've never been either.
Sorry, man.
Avoid traffic. And see WrestleMania. There you go.
Don't get too drunk before the good matches start.
Yes, don't miss WrestleMania. You should you paid a lot of money for this, so see WrestleMania and definitely avoid incoming traffic.
Or maybe drink loads, because a few people have told me when they went to Mania that they actually just had to rewatch it the next day because they can't actually see the matches properly from where they're sitting.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so they're there for the atmosphere.
Yeah. So if you're locked, then better atmosphere. Yeah. But don't be obnoxious drunk, because everyone hates the obnoxious drunk at the wrestling show.
And don't try start real clever chants that aren't clever just to get on Raw the next night.
Yeah, that's also true. Life advice as well. Twins on the way. Congratulations. Jesus, big news. When can I put them to work to earn rent money?
Oh, that's an easy one, right? Send them to Fight Factory when they're like fucking like toddlers. Do you know what I mean? It's an investment. Like, you send them into Fight Factory and then a decade later, don't mind Nivea or whatever her name is, right? Send them to Fight Factory at the age of like 1. You wait about a decade, not even that. You wait a couple of years, and they're already able to do all sorts of shit when they're like 8.
Project Next Gen.
Yeah, and then they become WWE superstars by the time they're 18. They're making loads, and you get some of that because you invested in them. Do you know what I mean? So, I'd say do that. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
really good plan. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say like send them out like 4 or 5. Send them out for like Colgate auditions. Did I ever tell you I was a child model?
What?
No.
That's weird.
I didn't agree to this. My ma put me to work very young as well. I was a child model that was seen in like supermarkets and butchers and newsagents all across Ireland.
Where
That's
do we
awful.
find these?
Not now. Like I can't. If I find them, I would put it up. I'm not ashamed by this because it is kind of funny. The thing I was modeling for though, and I don't know why my mother will put me forward for this, was Childline. So
Excellent.
I was the face of abused and browbeaten children in Ireland.
Childline's big. I bet we could find that.
You might be able to, like, yeah.
What year would it have been?
No, it was when I was like 4 or 5. I had to sit there and I had to like put my head in my hands as a child, like, and I got paid at McDonald's. My ma probably got money, but I got paid with a free McDonald's, like, and then I got slagged for fucking years. It was around for like 5 years. So like every time we went in for penny jellies in the newsagent, there I was as the face of fucking poverty.
That's the what? Man, that's fuck that.
What age could you put kids to work at?
I started working when I was 13. I worked in a raspberry farm filling punnets. I'm from the country.
That is the most
very country.
story.
Yeah, we all did. You'd spend your summer going up to the fields picking punnets of raspberries, and you got 55p per punnet. So the more you pick, the more you earn.
Kane, do you know what a punnet is?
Oh yeah.
A punnet is the basket the raspberries come in.
What did you just say? Basket then?
Yeah.
It's called a punnet.
But it's a basket.
It's a punnet, though.
What's
Well,
that?
how do you describe it? You go, it's a basket. So 13, did you feel like that was a fair age?
Yeah, like, it was nice having my own little bits of pocket money to go in and buy, like, my Power Slam magazines and stuff, you know?
Oh shit.
I was cutting grass around 12, 13. I was a little entrepreneur. Did I ever tell you what I did in school? I literally Lowblows. I was destined to do something like this. I used to cut grass, and I used to get like, I had like a business with the Blanchardstown Centre because I'm a Blanche boy. I used to go around the shops, and this is when you could play your own music in shops. And we had faster internet. We'd broadband before a lot of other people had it, and I knew how to download stuff on LimeWire. So I used to download songs. People would give me a list of like 20 songs. I'd make them a CD, and then I'd charge them a tenner a pop.
Oh my
and I
God.
had so many shops on the go. I was like, I bought everyone's drink at the weekend. Like, I was fucking minted in school. Like, it was class. Like, yeah. So yeah, you can do that. You can get into illegal, like, kind of pirating business if you want.
Yeah.
Like, there you
Yeah,
go.
raspberries are pirate, and that's kind of your choices.
They're your choice.
I don't see someone trying that now though, the CD thing. Just go into a shop and just like just ask for it, even though like whether it's 2019 or whatever, it'd be funny.
Clueless Nerd got on and asked, with the shock of British Strong Style winning the OTT tag title still fresh, what's your favourite surprise title change or what the fuck moment that you didn't think would happen?
My favourite is still a moment. I was in London at a Royal Rumble party, and I was watching it with the Progress roster, and AJ Styles did his debut.
Oh, yes.
And like the pop, right? But the best thing was Marty Scurll had just wrestled him. Just like, it must be one of his last matches on the Indies. And like this before Marty Scurll was cool. And he was really drunk. And he just ran laps up and down the pub going, "That's my friend. He said I was his friend." And then dropped to his knees and went, "I knew you'd make it, AJ." I was sort of like, what? And I've never seen anyone happier for someone's success than Marty Scurll watching AJ Styles at a Rumble debut. It was excellent.
These reactions are great at Lowblows parties. I'll never forget. This is a simple answer, but The Undertaker losing at Mania 30. It was funny in the woolshed because every few minutes we'd get an update with, there's a guy crying up there. There was a guy actually sobbing in the jacks. I don't think they've been back at the Lowblows party since because it just got everywhere. Because like people ran out and told everyone else, and then when he came out, everyone was like, "Ah!" People were crying. So that'd be one of my favourite surprises.
I thought this was just like for title changes. So yeah, 2 title changes anyway that had a great reaction was Punk beating Cena in 2011 for the title. That was deadly.
Yes.
And the first ever cash in of when Edge cashed in on Cena. And nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, because we hadn't thought about it. That, like, you can cash in any time. Yeah.
Title changes. Do you remember when Jeff Hardy won the IC title from Triple H?
Oh yeah,
that was a big one for me. Like, because no one thought he was gonna do it. Like, that's when the Hardys were really getting steam, and Lita was like, really over. That was a good title change.
I've a real random one. Do you remember Chris Jericho beat Triple H for the WWE title on Raw?
Yes.
Like, it was just out of nowhere when Jericho wasn't even that big in WWE, and then he just beat him, and it's like, what the fuck? I think Triple H won it back later that night.
I think it was like reversed. The decision was like, because the ref wasn't partial or something like that.
Yeah, I love switches like that.
Oh man, like, you can go back and watch that and it's just like, it's loud.
yeah, it's fantastic. He also asked, with Avengers Endgame bringing an end to the first 10 years of the MCU, which of the original Avengers do you think will be killed off, and who will be kept on for a mentor cameo appearance every now and then? I hadn't thought of that as a possibility, but that is really possible. Who would you like? I suppose I can guess yours.
Oh, in my head, all the originals are getting killed off.
Right.
And they're just rebooting it basically for the next 10 years.
Would you like to see Steve Rogers though? Like, just keep it. I could see him being like,
yeah,
a mentor.
maybe. Like, I think it will just be one or two of them though, and I think they'll reboot it with the likes of Scarlet Witch and a couple of the younger guys and less significant people being the new Avengers.
Yeah, Tony Stark I'd love, but it's not realistic.
No, I think he's gone.
Yeah, like, he's done enough and he's been that role for so long. Yeah, but then you have the likes of Hawkeye, who could, like, in theory, be the grizzled old vet.
See, I think he's coming back as Ronan, and I think he's going to be in the new Avengers.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'd agree. I think a lot of them are getting killed off. They have to keep someone though, like Scarlett Johansson. Oh wait, her contract. Yeah, she's been around a long time.
Did they announce a Black Widow film?
I think that has been announced.
Then she might be staying.
Yeah, she'd be a good veteran, like, where she's like, I've seen some shit, kid. Keen, any thoughts? You don't watch movies?
Yeah.
Who'd you like to see as a cameo? Who would you like to see mentor the Avengers? In general, it can be anyone.
Brian Dobson. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be so mad. Just straight off RT News into the fucking Avengers. Go on.
Viking Beard 96 got on and asked, who do you think will be the Avengers to stop Thanos, and how will they do it? The Avenger, is one gonna? I don't think there's anyone.
I think they're telegraphing like Captain Marvel to play a big part.
Yeah. But that's too obvious.
It's too obvious.
Like, they called her at the end of the last movie.
Yeah, but also my issue with that is, like, she hasn't been there for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So it would really suck if she was the one who came in. And if she's so super, where was she during the Battle of New York and all this shit?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I didn't really like the Captain Marvel movie either.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm seeing it tomorrow now, so no spoilers.
Okay,
but
no spoilers.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just wasn't one of my favourites.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be one. Like, I think Thor is going to play a massive part.
Yeah.
But again, it's just really obvious it's going to be Captain Marvel and Thor.
I think Thor might survive. Because I think they've hit on something with Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is what Thor should have always been.
Yeah.
I only watched that there the other night. I binged all the Marvel movies, by the way. Like, I've literally got Infinity War, which I'm saving for the week of Endgame. But Thor Ragnarok, that's fucking excellent. And if that's the only, like, comedy Thor movie we get, I feel really cheated.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see that. Guardians are my fave, so I'd love to see them. But I don't know. I think it's going to be everyone. Like,
Doctor Strange is going to play a big part in it, just because I think he set up something before.
Yeah, he didn't know and look. Yeah.
He said there was one outcome that was going to work, and he obviously knew it. Like, so.
Right. So maybe they had to disappear the first time and
to
then
make his plan work.
Yeah.
That's always been my thought train on it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, and he's one of the new guys. They could put him over, like, if that's a wrestling.
He could be the
storyline.
new Tony Stark, like.
Yeah,
that role of kind of like that. Because they're so alike personality-wise as well.
Yeah, and he's got that alpha dog kind of status and everything he does. Like when he was in, what was he in? Oh, what fucking movie? I've only seen it this week. Not Spider-Man. What was before that? What was the movie he did a cameo at the start? Oh, fuck.
I can't remember.
Thor Ragnarok, yeah, the same movie I was just talking about. When he did that, like, he had real alpha dog status. Do you remember he was like, all right, see you later now, and he just threw them out, and it's like, I could totally see him in the Stark role. That'd be awesome. And he came here, like, I wasn't mad about the original Doctor Strange, but, like, I think he really came into his own in Infinity War.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, T_Ken2622 said, if you could pick 3 Game of Thrones characters to go against 3 wrestlers, who are repping each team? Keen, I want to get you involved for this.
I want to see Bran in a death match with Brock Lesnar with both his hands tied behind his back.
It's a team.
Oh, what?
It's a team. Who's repping each team? So it's a 6-man tag.
Oh.
So would you go with teams like? Would you go like the Starks?
Shit, I had 3 singles matches in my head. I don't know if it works.
What would it be anyway? So sorry.
I wanted Katey with elbows against fucking.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Against Cersei. I think that'd be gas.
I think Katey against Jamie would be hilarious. Like
that would actually.
It's like
work
battle
well.
and no hands. Like
I've been really sympathising with him recently. There was a scene where he was trying to eat his dinner and he couldn't, and I was like, "It's me."
That's what I want to see.
Tag team.
I want to see his team up. Like yeah. They can't tag each other.
That's I was thinking like I wanted Jussie versus Braun, but then I realised I actually rather them on a team as well. You know what I mean? Imagine the promos, Jussie versus Braun.
So we're gonna pick 3.
I want Devin versus the Mountain.
Oh,
that'd be slick.
Yeah.
I just watched the episode last night with Tyrion's trial by combat.
I thought that was gas.
Oh, did you freak out?
Yeah.
If you want to watch something funny on the way back, go on YouTube and see reactions to that. That became a big meme for the week after that. Like people be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
It was fucking nuts.
I want to go full feminist at my team. I want Arya, I want Brienne, and I want Yara Greyjoy.
Ooh, I like that.
To stab the men.
Yara's an interesting one. She's like secret badass. They really want to utilise her. Like, yeah. Who you got for the rest of us? Are you going 3 women as well?
I didn't get that far.
Just randomly pick 3 women. The iconic trio you can put in there, like just to hang out with them. I know you're not on good terms now.
I'd obviously have to turn on them and join with the badass Game of Thrones.
There you go.
Women. Yeah. That's what we'll do.
Grant, job done. And then team up with Jamie randomly just to make us all laugh. Pride Boy on tour got on and asked, when they erect the statue of Jordan Devlin on O'Connell Street, who do you think should unveil it? I reckon Mary Robinson should do it.
I reckon they should force Walter to do it.
Paul Tracy will have to be involved in some way. He knows Jordan.
Guarding the statue to make sure no one runs at it or runs away from it.
Yeah, there you go. Who have you got? Who would you like to see unveil it? Who deserves to?
CT Flexor. I think it'd be a cool little moment.
This is why I ask you these questions.
I had an answer and I completely forgot what it was, so we're going to go with that.
Napalm Dart got on and asked, a lot of popular wrestlers have previously wrestled under bizarre names, gimmicks, e.g. Christopher Daniels as Curryman. He's hot, he's spicy, he tastes great. Favourite ridiculous old gimmicks used by now popular wrestlers, and any wrestlers you would like to give a silly gimmick to. So favourite old silly gimmicks. For me, Braun as a rosebud is amazing. I'll never get over that. I know it's only a one-night deal. Becky as an Irish dancer as well. Like, that's so cringe.
I was only describing that to someone the other day who'd never seen it before.
Really?
And because she released a tweet this week saying they were about to let her go, and she begged them not to or something, but it was off the back of the Irish dancing gimmick.
Jeez, I thought she did well. Like, it was a shitty ass gimmick, but like she threw herself in. Like, there was nothing. Like, when you're told to go out there and do that, what else can you do? Shitty gimmicks that people have had in the past. There are loads of these. You're just drawing blanks.
There's loads of shitty gimmicks. It's like I'm trying to think of who's now popular.
Yeah.
Like my shitty gimmicks, I loved. Like I loved back in WCW, David Flair and Daphne doing the Natural Born Killers gimmick. Like, and just being, like, psychopathic goths.
Oh, yeah.
They had a lot of, actually, gimmicks
DDP
like
was a fucking stalker. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was really weird.
Mike Awesome was the fat chick thriller. That was his. And then he was the 70s guy where he used to have a segment with a lava lamp on his sofa and the flowery shirts. That was good.
Who else we got? There's loads. Anyone you're into? There's a video in this.
Yeah, actually.
There's a great video in this.
I don't know, my brain's so blank.
What was Living Dead Girl's old gimmick?
This Living Dead Girl.
Dead Alive Girl.
Terra Rising.
Yes.
I thought he was pretty cool.
Yes. What wrestlers would you give a silly gimmick to? I don't want to put you two on the spot. You're dying.
Oh man, my brain's just switched off. Like
I've never seen anyone fade so quickly.
Oh, like Keen. Yeah, wait till you see him in the summer when it gets warm.
I legit like fucking heat stroke in the old place.
Yeah,
I was like talking
it
about
is.
something, I just forgot what I was talking about, and it legit blanked for a good 10 minutes.
It's
I was like,
hilarious. Like he's just like, fuck it. He just like you literally see Keith shut down in the sun. Wrestlers you give a silly gimmick to. Who would you like to see? I don't know. Ronda Rousey, I'd like to see do something really stupid, like just to humble her. I'd love to see Ronda Rousey as like Lance Storm's old, like, do you remember he did the dancing gimmick?
Yeah.
Imagine they just went full WWE with Ronda Rousey and they're just like, we don't know what to do with you, so we're just gonna like give her worst impulses.
Only Lorcan maybe dancing around. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
Keith's dying here. Right, Kento got on and asked, who's the next new WWE champion, i.e. someone who hasn't held any belt before? Any belt? That's so specific. The next new WWE champion.
You know exactly what my answer for this is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to elaborate. I genuinely don't think Kofi's winning at WrestleMania.
No.
I think Bryan is... Oh, really? You agree with me?
Yeah, no, I think Bryan's winning.
Oh,
you have to have a
really?
heel win somewhere. Like, if Becky's winning and Rollins is winning, Bryan has to win.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bryan's winning as well.
Yeah.
And I think Bryan's going to beat Kofi. I think it's going to be Owens. I think it's going to be Joe. I think it's going to be every single person that comes in his way. And eventually, he's going to run out of people to beat. And eventually, someone who's standing by his side is going to have to politely ask for a title shot. And he'll be politely granted that title shot. And he'll politely beat Daniel Bryan for the title with a beautiful forehand choke slam. And yeah, I think it's going to be Rowan is what I'm saying.
I'd go for, who are NXT call-ups? Aleister Black, sure thing, as far as I'm concerned. I think he's definitely going to get it at some stage. I wouldn't be as confident. Like, if it's any belt, Ricochet, they'll want it, like, his shit is so impressive. They always fast-forward the guy who can do mad flippy shit. They always give them a title relatively early, but, like, I don't know if he's, like, that guy tends not to last longer. If we're going actually main belt, main event, Aleister Black for me. I'm just trying to think of call-ups. Is there anyone who's been called up but has been around a while and hasn't won a title? Balor, no. Nakamura's never won the main belt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Rusev.
I wish it was Rusev. I really like Rusev.
Rusev's great.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
How are you not a fan of Rusev? You need to watch more Total Divas, man.
It's like
dead
it's
on.
like Baron Corbin, where when you analyse him as an individual, he's good and he does things well, but there's no match where I'm like, oh, I don't see this person versus Rusev or that person versus Rusev. Oh, that's a dream match involving Rusev.
You wouldn't want to see Eric Rowan versus Rusev?
Not really, no.
What if Rusev versus the WWE champion?
Well, yeah. I'd love to see Rowan against everyone.
I know.
Yeah.
I just thought of someone who could be legitimately the next new WWE champion. You just said his name, Baron Corbin.
No.
They would want that though.
Well,
realistically,
no.
Kurt Angle's jobbing.
Yeah.
Like-
100%. Well, like it's not like either way. It's Angle's for like I think Angle might win because it's his last match.
I think he's
But
winning.
it's tradition to lose in your last match.
But
Well,
they
just
like to
'cause he's
mess
got
it around
older.
sometimes. Do you know what I mean? And Baron can come back from that any day.
Just because he's old doesn't mean he doesn't have the talent to get that big win at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
I think Drew McIntyre is a good shout for that as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
he's held the US
Wait, but
belt.
we're including Universal in that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a world title. I'd say that
Oh,
definitely.
yeah, cool.
Who's the most famous person that went to your school? Any famous people you went to school?
I went to school in Tala, nothing. What did you have?
Katie Taylor was in my school.
No way.
She's 2 years ahead of me, yeah.
Unreal.
When she started winning her titles, we used to have like receptions in the hall, and she would come back and they'd make a little speech, and she'd be really embarrassed, and everyone would clap, and we'd get an hour off school.
How does it feel to be the second most famous Katie you got? You're like, I didn't even get my name.
Yeah. A lot of the boxing team went to my school. Like, they're not big names, but a lot of the Irish boxing Olympic teams went to my school. It was a big boxing school, probably because it was not a great school.
The Nottingham Forest goalkeeper Stephen Henderson was my next door neighbour. He might.
Your school though?
Yeah, he was in my school.
Oh, okay.
He was my next door neighbour. Like, it'd be weird if he went to the school. Right
My
now.
next door neighbour went to school in fucking Stillorgan.
What?
And I live in Tala. It's because in primary school he would have had family there that would have like, and then you
There's
would
the
have had friends
catchment
going to
area.
secondary school. So yeah, that's how. It's weird. I'd well rather just go to school walking distance, but
Yeah, but I suppose you don't get a say when you're that young.
Yeah.
Alright, Kento got on and asked with another quiz. He asked about the Undertaker streak since we're in WrestleMania season. 1. How many streak victims are dead?
Oh, Jesus.
That's so dark. But,
All of them.
Giant Gonzalez.
Yes. Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah.
Did he beat Roddy Piper? No.
I used to know loads about Streak. I used to know Streak off by heart, and now I don't remember anything.
Who else did he beat? Fuck.
All that
Sid?
Eric Rowan
No,
knowledge.
he's alive. Sid, Kane.
I'd say it's just
Bossman, 3.
Oh.
16, no. 17, oh, like if I'm around this part, I know everything.
Yeah.
17, Triple H, no.
Ric
Flair.
Flair.
19,
A-Train and Big Show.
Nathan, oh yeah. 20, Kane. 21, Orton. 22, Henry. I had to think of saying it right there, Jesus. 23.
Batista.
I think we're safe from
Edge.
there.
Yeah, I doubt anyone's dead
So
after
3. I think we've got it.
Yeah.
No, did he ever... No, I don't think he did, sorry.
Who?
Guerrero. That was never a streak match, was it?
No. CM Punk's, like, bridges are burnt, but not, like, he's alive.
He's not dead.
What streak match was the longest?
I'm thinking a Shawn Michaels one.
Ooh.
I'm thinking it's an early one. Or like a late... Recent.
I think the second one, because like, do you know the way like sometimes like people can overcompensate, like if it's a rematch
how old?
with length.
Also, how long was the end of an air match though? Remember the Cell?
That's definitely the one. That was an hour.
Oh, was it?
That's the one. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
the one. You got it right there.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
nice.
We're doing much better at this than I thought we'd be.
And which was the shortest? Cena.
Yeah,
Yeah. What age was I when Undertaker beat Mark Henry? Kento turned
06. That was 06.
22. He turned 22. He turned it at Paddy's weekend.
Right.
So 22 is 97. So 9 if it happened after Paddy's Day.
Which did.
It did. So
Well, I'm assuming it would have been late April.
Could we get 2 5s in a row?
Oh man! I mean, we already just by the way, we already know. We completed this quiz before, so anything we do from here on out, we still won. You know.
How many streak matches weren't won by pinfall?
Bitch question.
Did he beat Edge by submission? I have a feeling he beat Edge
Yeah,
by submission.
I think so. You think he used the Hell's Gate?
Yeah.
Oh, and that would have been no, because there was a DQ in there somewhere. One of the early ones was by DQ.
Nathan Jones, I think.
He was never there.
Was one of them a casket match?
Yes,
yes,
Henry.
Mark Henry. Yes, that's 2.
There was definitely. So what do we have so far? We got submission. We got one submission. Casket match. There was definitely a DQ early on.
Yes,
somewhere.
you're right. Jimmy Snuka, I think he
Something like that,
tombstoned
yeah.
him on the floor or something like that. Yeah,
It was definitely DQ, and I don't think Nathan Jones. He wasn't there. He wasn't in the match.
3. Okay.
So 3. I'm gonna go 3. Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm really confident. Oh shit, I'm so invested. I have the answers here. Question 1. We guessed 3 victims are dead. We are wrong.
Oh shit, really?
King Kong Bundy.
I don't know. You see, this is the thing. I don't know who's on the
It's
street.
the early one. Snuka, Gonzalez, Bossman. We got the rest. Triple H at Mania 28 by 6 seconds was the longest. Jesus. Which was the shortest? Snuka? I don't know about that.
How long was that?
I don't know. He doesn't have time.
Oh,
Was it really shorter than Cena? Okay, well,
that's the sort of one that he
we
would
may
have forgotten.
change that later. Right. What age was Kento when the Undertaker beat Mark Henry? 10. I don't think... Are you sure you know your age, Kento? Alright, look, we'll take your word for it. And
Wait,
then,
was the... did I miss something?
and then how many streak matches? We guessed 3. It was yet again 4.
Do you know what? Alright, I'm going to go back to what I said. We already completed Kendall's quiz anyway, so like this is all just...
You should give
We
a
t-
wrestler that I like and I know a lot about.
Kevin
I don't-
Nash.
Kento, get in there. Right, Kevin Nash. We want a Kevin Nash quiz next
Shit,
week.
he's had a
my
long career.
he's my uncle as well, so I should get in there. So it'll be grand.
Right.
Last but not least, we got some lengthy life advice in. So what we have to do is we have to come up with a name for this. So Keane, give me the first name of a male wrestler because it's a man.
Eric.
Katey, give me the surname of a female wrestler.
Bliss.
Eric Bliss wrote in and asked, "Dear Lowblows, I met an American girl in college and fell in love. Things were going grand until she started displaying some psychotic tendencies, so I gave her the flick. Full block on social media. I got jonesing for a bit of strange a few weeks later, and we hooked up again. She said, oh, will we keep things nice and casual? So we were fuck buddies for a while until one morning I woke up and my testicle was super glued to my leg. I noticed it felt strange, and when I rolled over, it ripped off. It was extremely painful. Ladies, supergluing testicles as revenge is not okay." She then proceeded to explain how I never called her, then she tried to kill me with a brick. My problem is, I know she's crazy, but she's so good in the sack, what's a horn dog to do? P.S. If I go missing, she's probably to blame.
All right, John. So what you need to do basically is go in, right? Was it him?
I'm not saying.
Okay, yeah. You can't say fair enough, right? Anyway, that's who I assume. That's who I envision myself talking to right now. So whether you're him or
Eric
not him,
Bliss.
Eric Bliss. I would say go into that woman, right? And next time you're in the bedroom with her, right? Super glue your own testicles together right in front of her. Look her in the eye as you do it. Establish your dominance and show no fear. At the end of the day, that's just where you're at, and it's the only way to win here. And that's all the advice I can really give.
Katey, she's crazy, but she's so good in the sack.
Well, I think the first thing he needs to do is learn how to spell testicles. Because this is wrong.
Get it roasted. Coming to us at a vulnerable time.
And I actually agree with your one. So, yeah, I think that's a perfectly reasonable response, no?
To superglue his testicles?
Yeah.
My God. Jesus Christ. Who knew Katey Harvey was a psycho? I think that's what we're going to learn here now. Katey's psycho tendencies.
I'm like, I can't give you advice. She's clearly doing the right thing. I'd like to give her some advice.
It's one of those things, you know, when you know people like who are like real normal in like the real world, but then like they're in a relationship or they're in like this kind of stuff and they become an absolute psycho. I'm thinking, is Katey that? Like, you're just really settled with Phil now, so your psycho tendencies have drifted off.
Yeah, you let them in the first few years, and then, like, you just lull them into a false sense of security.
And then, boom, super glue testicles. Eric, I don't believe any of this. So my advice to you is, you are enough. You don't need to make up these stories. Because you the reason I don't believe it is because you didn't mention, you kind of glossed over the trying to murder you with a brick part, which I feel is the main headline here. And I feel that you just threw that in very casually when if it was a true story, it'd be like, no, seriously, I nearly got murdered. So Eric, I want to encourage you, you are enough, and you can like give us you can send us real problems and we will happily help you out there. Until then, no, don't stick your dick in crazy. But like, no, I'm sorry. They are crazy if they're super gluing your testicles.
Don't look at me like I've done it before.
Like, you just were very strong endorsement. Is all I'm saying. All right, guys, send us in more live advice. DM us. We want to do it. Nothing too serious, guys. Just something we can have a laugh with. And we will be back in a couple of weeks with Ask Lowblows. Stay tuned this week on the Lowblows Network. Tomorrow we have Talk Nerdy to Me with Tony Kelly talking Game of Thrones. But we'll be back on the main flagship show next week. Keep an eye out for the one with the podcast for I'm Alan Partridge next week, and of course the tweetathon on Monday for the In-Betweeners movie. But until next week when we return for Corporate Keen, for Katey Harvey, I've been Rick Nash, and that's the bottom line, because Lowblows said so.